Patrick, and we got my boy Abs. Doesn't have any abs, but is what it is.
I'm wearing my
Dude.
Solana shirt though.
Solana, let's go. I got a free shirt, YMCA shirt. Patrick, you got any special shirts on, man?
I've just got a plain blue shirt.
Well, you got the bacon collar. I'm kidding. All right, guys, what's on the topic today? I mean, I know we got to talk about base a little bit, yeah?
A little bit? I think that's going to be the meat.
Dude, you guys ate
everything
base?
Comes back
Did
to
you
base.
mess around there?
Everything comes back to base, right? Base launch, Friend Tech, we're going to talk about, is on base. And then we've got that other news tangentially related to base with the OP stack, because DBank just announced they're launching their own chain.
Yeah, we definitely got to talk about DBank. Let's go into DBank after base. But did you guys see the TVL on base? It's over 75 mil.
77.8 right now.
77.8. Dude, that's nuts. Does this have to do with that Friend Tech thing? Do you think that's what's popping it, or what's the gig?
I think that was bumping the transactions and active addresses, because I mean, yesterday base had about 750K transactions, which is a ton. I mean, just for comparison, Arbitrum had 600K.
All right, so I haven't tried this Friend Tech thing. What's the gig on it? Like, what's the deets? Have you tried it, Abs?
Nope, I have not tried it.
Share it out, or share it, Patrick.
Okay, well, first off, if either of you try it, like, give me a heads up so I can buy your shares. But basically, the way it is, it's a website that you have to sort of add the web page as an app on your iPhone. I don't know the terminology exactly, and then you connect your Twitter account to it, and it makes you a new base wallet. So a wallet on base chain, and then you can deposit a little bit of ETH. You mint the first share for yourself, and then other people can basically buy shares in different Twitter accounts. And right now it's all crypto people on there, of course, because who else would want to buy shares in Twitter accounts on base chain? But yeah, you can buy shares in people. And so some of these shares are going nuts, right? I think Kobe, Osaka were up over 2 ETH per share. And then whoever's share it is gets a 5% cut anytime you buy it. I don't exactly know how the back end works yet. Basically, they have some formula where when you buy a share of someone, it makes a new share, and then the price is some function of how many people are buying versus people selling. But some people are making a lot of money on there. Some people, someone asked if it's iPhone only. Yeah. As far as I know, it is iPhone only right now, which sucks. I only switched to iPhone like a couple months ago, but yeah, so some people are making really good money on there. The app is super buggy right now, I think, just because they had more users than they expected, or sometimes it just doesn't load. Sometimes it takes 5-10 minutes to load, but kind of a cool concept. I mean, social fi is something people have been talking about for a while. Community tokens is something people have been talking about for a while. There's people already who are speculating on small Twitter accounts that they think are going to blow up. And
what's the value behind it, though? Is it just like, hey, I'm buying shares, I'm a part of the party, or what is this?
Right now, the value is that you get access to a private chat with you and the person. So let's see if you can see mine. So this is just, there's 17 or 18 people bought mine, and
boost your screen.
There's a little chat that you can you get access to. Really, I don't know why you would. I'm not trying to push people to buy mine, because it's just, these are people who just saw I was on there and bought it. But basically, the only value prop right now is either flipping it for more money or getting access to this private chat with the person whose share you bought.
So it's kind of like just early speculation, almost like a new chain that launched, and you buy all like the DGen tokens that you think are going to do well, that people will ape into. And
I think this is why people are really using it, is they have this airdrop section on here.
Airdrop.
And I don't have any affiliation with these except that I'm using it, but they have an airdrop section where you earn points for using the app. And so, yeah, I mean, if this takes off, could be pretty lucrative, right?
So is this is the base team behind this, or is this just kind of like a launch, just random?
It's just a launch. Honestly, I think it bodes well for base that you have an interesting app launching on there. I think was that guy Racer behind it, maybe.
You know what, there was that reminds me. Do you guys remember what was that name? It was a YouTube one where a content creator can make different shares and then they can sell them to people. Recently they got regulated by the SEC and they ended up having to shut down. But you know what I'm talking about, Patrick. the what was that called? It was basically a token that you can token for content creators. It was basically a token that you can buy, like or not buy, but you can issue like, I don't know, 100,000, 200,000 tokens, whatever you wanted to, and you can sell them to your community members. Like anyone can buy them, anyone that they wanted. Anyone watching here, if you guys remember what it was back in the
Yeah,
day
I
of
do
like
remember that.
2020, 2021. It was pretty popular, and a lot of YouTubers and a lot of content creators latched on, and they ended up closing up shop. And all these different tokens, these social tokens that they had, they ended up just getting wrecked.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I think that's my concern is why I'm not. I mean, I just showed it on the, you know, screen to demonstrate it. I'm not really pushing it because I don't know how long this thing's going to be around, and I don't want people to be speculating on my tokens. Right now, I'm trying to buy back, like buy and return the tokens of anyone who buys mine, just because it's like a follow back, but on the app. Um, but
So, someone was saying DSO. It's not DSO. There's another one. It was like an orange coin. I remember this. It was an
Bitcoin.
orange coin. I don't know. Ab, see if you can find some. Well, you probably don't remember it. It's not basic attention. And then base, yes, I do believe they will drop a governance coin. Even though they said they won't. The reason why is they said they're looking to decentralize the sequencer.
Yeah,
Sure,
how would
they
they
can
do that
say
without governance?
optimism, but like, why would you fade? Yeah, we're gonna have an airdrop, and it's just free money coming into the system. But I don't know. That's just my thought.
Probably waiting to see how regulation stuff shakes out.
I got it. It was Rally Coin.
Oh, wait, they shut down?
Rally, Rally. All right,
Oh,
let me
yeah, I do
look it
remember
up.
they
I'll show
shut
you
down.
guys. I'll show. I don't even know if they have the website anymore.
Wow.
It was Rally. RALLY. All right. Anyways, but in regards to this, I want to ask about what is it, Friend Tech. Do you
Mhm.
think this is like a catalyst to put base chain on the map to differentiate itself, or is
Yes,
this just like a flash
I
in the
think there's
pan?
three things here. Three potential trends this folds into. Base chain, right? You know, you've got a new app that people are using on base chain, and people are bridging specifically to use this.
This is
So I think
Rally.
that's pretty big. And if you look at the number of active addresses, right, base chain had 127,000 active addresses yesterday. Second trend is this social fi thing. I mean, I think right now it's super early stage. People are just having fun flipping these coins. You know how creative people in crypto can be in terms of forking things and building things on top of other things. So I wouldn't be surprised if people build some interesting things based on this. And then the third thing, which I think folds into kind of similar to the bot narrative in terms of being a different front end for on chain, is super tough for crypto things to get into the app store right now. What these people did, let's see if I can get this to show on the screen, is you go to the Friend Tech website. It says add the website to your home screen.
Oh
And,
yeah, I remember seeing that.
and then it basically it looks like an app on your home screen after you add it there, but it's not actually in the app store. It's just you're adding the web page to the home screen. But when you're in the website, it feels like you're in an app, and it makes a new wallet for you. So I think, and honestly, the onboarding was pretty seamless. So I feel like that could be a trend that a lot of people start to go with, and just honestly purchasing stuff in there. And I'm not trying to shill this app, tread carefully. It just launched, but purchasing stuff, it's even more seamless, I think, than buying stuff with a credit card, because it's like you click buy, then you click confirm, and you don't have to go through anything else. Again, I'm
no
not
gas fees or anything.
I think, I mean, there's got to be gas fees. It's small because it's on a layer 2.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, it's on base. So I was like,
And they charge a
"Oh,
transaction fee. They do, but I mean, in terms of just how easy it is to just click and buy. I mean, keep in mind, guys, I sent like $15 there, so I'm not saying like start buying these coins for 2 ETH. I spent like $15 and I've just been playing around buying shares of people for like 10 cents and $1 each.
No, I think it's pretty interesting because I mean, like, it's almost like NFTs. Would you rather own? Well, I mean, I guess NFTs or whatever. It allows you to be a part of community. Like you own an Azuki, you're part of the Azuki. You own a potato, you're part of the potatoes. But now if you own
You own a Patrick, you're part
you
of
own
the Patrick.
every time I hear Patrick, I think of Patrick on SpongeBob. Dude, that should be your logo. But Patrick the Star. Did you watch SpongeBob?
I'm familiar with SpongeBob. Yes.
What you didn't? Oh,
No, I mean,
didn't
yes,
watch it either.
I watched SpongeBob.
you were a Hey Arnold guy, weren't
no,
you?
we didn't have cable when I was younger.
Oh yeah. That was a struggle. I didn't have cable till I was about 14 or 15, so I had to catch up with SpongeBob's. That was fun. What I'd used to do was wake up at like 5 in the morning. They had Channel 4. It was Kids WB. That was on the weekends, but this one actually no, it was Channel 7. It was some like random one. You had to wake up at 5 in the morning to watch Garfield, and there was another one. It was some like anime one. But I don't know. Garfield was the G. Like it was old school Garfield, to where it was like big time cartoons. But that was fun. But going back to Frentech, I wonder what they will allow creators to do. Like I have a feeling like there's going to be like an introduction of like social trading, to where, hey, look, whoever invests in my shares, whatever, I will take those funds and then I'll start investing in other cryptocurrencies or other projects and then share dividends with users. Does this get into like SEC type of thing? Or
I'm sure it does, but that doesn't mean people won't do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these things move so fast that the SEC is still regulating stuff that happened years ago.
So you're telling me I need to update my Safari and play around with this?
You might have to. Yeah.
Wait, hang on, guys. This. I have an idea. All right, maybe I should get on this, right?
Get on it.
And this will be my only time. Maybe even you guys. If you guys don't have abs, maybe you guys can all own a piece of abs.
Dude, I'm down with that.
I have abs. You know what I mean? I can say that officially if I do this.
Right there, 8-pack.
I'm gonna load up on abs. Yeah, no, I mean it's kind of an interesting concept. I mean, some people will say it's not 0 to 1 because there's been these sorts of social fi things before, but I kind of feel like it is a 0 to 1 situation where it feels like something totally new. I mean, I can't think of another time. Yes, there's been situations where there were social tokens, BitClout. There was.
Speaking of, okay, no. Speaking of social,
yeah,
you guys been watching the Reddit coins? I know you have. Come on now, bricks, moons.
Not in a while. Not in a while.
Dude. Okay, don't sleep on those. Bricks came from 2 cents from like a month ago. It's now trading at like 35 cents. Moons traded under a fraction of under a tenth of a penny. It's now trading at like, I don't know, 6/10 of a penny. I don't know. These are really low market cap DGen coins. But I feel like if we are, let me show you this. If you go on their subreddits,
so that this really then this Frentech thing is really synthesizing social.
I know. I'm looking at like the bridge of Web 2.0 and 3.0. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So this is the one for Donut. I'm gonna share my screen on this. How do I do this? This is for Donut. They have 2.3 million people in the subgroup. Probably most of the people are just, I wouldn't say dead. They're more so just like, I don't care anymore. But look, 2.3 million members. And then you also have, what is it called? Brick? No, BRICK. Yeah, I think.
Yes,
no.
someone mentioned BitClout.
Roblox.
We were talking about that earlier. Just while you search that, I'm going to respond to a couple of the comments. Someone mentioned BitClout. Yeah, BitClout. This is sort of, I was describing this as similar to BitClout, but better. You can actually withdraw, and then unlike BitClout, they you have to make your profile. They don't make it for you, which is good, right? Because BitClout, the weird thing was they were just making profiles for people without their permission. And then someone asked if there's any apps on Arbitrum Nova. Yeah, there's a few. There's a few dexes. There's Sushi. There's RCP Swap. There's ARB Swap. All very low TVL. The biggest one's Sushi with less than 2 million.
Yeah, that was a question for, are there any peeps on Nova? And then we got oranges. Yeah, oranges, not so hot. That was just some random NFT collection. It was like $2. Yeah, not so good. Potatoes. I don't even know what potatoes are doing right now. But this, you see the followers on Fortnite? 2.7 million. Bricks is their social token. Let me show you
Oh,
guys
really?
Bricks real quick. Let me show you guys Bricks. Oh yeah, it would help
Is it
to.
worth anything?
I don't know why it shows me snow. What is this? Brick is they're literally social tokens. So you throw a brick at someone just to like it's like a tip. It's almost like the bat token. Look at this. It's nuts. You guys see that? What the snap?
What marketplace is it available on?
It got listed on Kraken and crypto.com. That's why. And so my
What?
thesis.
That's
So
just
my
for being listed?
Yeah, dude. All right. So here's cryptocurrency moons. This is moon. This one did like a moonshot. It was like 10 cents, whatever. But this is the other one. It's called Donut. This is an OG coin. This is on, oh, I spelled it wrong. Donut. Yeah, there we go. They also spelled donut wrong, but whatever. This one, the thesis on this one is a catch-up trade. It's on no exchanges. It's on Ethereum. It's on Uniswap. It's an extremely volatile coin. It's only a $1 million market cap, whereas like Bricks and that other one I just showed you, Bricks and I want to call it Bakery, but it's not. What's that other one? I literally just showed it. Bricks and Moons. Those two tokens, those are like 50 mil market cap right now. Well, Bricks is actually like 40. But like, look, this thing came from 0.0009 and now it's 0.0005. And it's only on Ethereum and it's on HoneySwap. No one goes on HoneySwap. It's on XDAI. But the thesis on this trade is that this is one of the Reddit coins, which I showed you their following. They had about 2.3 million followers. This is like the Ethereum OG, the Reddit community, which is right here. Like this is the OG. Like people came to this community and were like, "Hey, what's Ethereum? Where do I buy Ethereum? Hey, I'm gonna throw a donut at you." Type of thing. 2.3 million members. Yeah, 757 online because like everyone probably got wrecked. But yeah, they reward these tokens to users and they give them out. But I have a thesis on this that it's like if it gets listed on Kraken, crypto.com, or any of these, I mean, it doesn't take much to show you. If we look at Brick, this thing got listed on crypto.com and Kraken, and it did this. Like, what in the world? Maybe at least a 3x. And if it goes to zero, whatever. Well, actually, I wouldn't say it goes to zero because you're still going to have people buying donuts and playing around with on Reddit. But maybe it'll go to a fraction of zero, whatever that is. But yeah, no, that's like the thesis on it. I just think it would be kind of interesting. But those are the Reddit coins. Let's see. All right, so transitioning away from the Reddit coins, we were kind of talking a little bit about Friendtech, a little bit being built on Base. What are you guys looking at on Base? Right now, the TVL on Base it's popping, dude. Like, there's some stuff to do there.
Yeah, so I'm working on like a full sort of deep dive into all the dexes on there because my first thing I want to decide is which dex do I think is going to take off because that's usually one of the best bets on any new chain. I mean, Base Swap is of course winning right now, but
I got my chips on.
I was gonna say I don't really think that that's gonna I don't think that that's going to be the winner indefinitely. Although I don't know, they do have some pretty nice farms. Just usually, whenever a new chain launches, I'm just thinking of patterns that I've seen before. Usually, the dex that takes off is the one that it has the name of the chain in it, right? Like on Doge Chain, there was like Doge Swap. On Arbitrum, at some point, there was something that was like Arb Swap or Arbiswap, and then usually some other dex takes off. But these ones usually get a jump start with branding.
That was my thesis on this one. I didn't invest enough into it, obviously, looking back. This thing, when I was looking at it, I grabbed some at, I don't even remember what it's up like a 4x right now. But the reason why I did that, the thesis on it was like, people are going to ape into this because like they're going to chase after this yield right here.
What's this one?
This is swap based, but this is like degen, dude. Like we're talking, like this is like a tomb finance junk. Like people just come here to. It's a Ponzi. Just look at it. Oh wait, you're looking at the wrong screen. Here, it's this one. I was looking at the wrong screen. But if you look at it, people are just buying the base token and they're pairing that with ETH and throwing it in here to chase after this. The buy pressure juices the APRs, which causes more people to buy, and eventually you have all the old whales that just dump on everyone. And then you also have people who are just single-sided holding it, they get the golden handcuffs because they lock their base into X base for 7 days. And then if they want to withdraw, it's within 7 days, they lose half their stake. So they lose 50%. Again, it's a sophisticated Ponzi with different taxes. And sure, you can cash out in a slow way getting ETH. But in my opinion, it's best just to simply just hold and just ride it out. Another one I thought was interesting was coconut swap. So this is Cocos, and like I thought this would actually do something, but they got wrecked and literally did nothing. I was thinking they were going to launch some farms and do something, but
It's the
it
same
is
thing
what it
with
is.
like this. I would probably tie this into like lead swap as well. I think lead basically rugged. Basically when the whole bald meme came out, but yeah, let me share my
Share your
my
screen, yeah.
yeah, let me share my screen's fine. Uh, and how do I do that?
You have mute, you have disable camera, and then you have screen sharing. There's
Gotcha. There it
the
is. There it
third
is.
one. Make sure you select the screen you're wanting to share so we can see your private keys.
I'm just gonna do my entire screen. Okay, so here's something really interesting. So I basically I did a nice little flip on base swap, right? Everyone should be doing that. Base swap, you guys should really understand, and the folks in the audience, you guys should really understand that when you stake base swap, like B swap tokens, look at these APRs, and what are you earning? It depends on what pool you're going to be joining, right? You can be earning the USDC, the stable here, or you can earn wrapped ETH. That's massive. Like that's awesome. I think this. I know Pat, you said that you don't think that base swap might be the leading dex down the line, but I think with these type of rewards, with paying out 26, 21% APR,
Also
it's,
look at Rocket Swap then. Rocket
yeah,
Swap has a big like it has like 80 or 90% of the volume on base. Like on
Yeah,
base chain, it has most of
that's
the
got to
volume.
be. There's got to be something going on there.
Oh yeah, there definitely is something going on. Like that's what I'm saying is like betting on some of these different ones in the future. I mean, there's shady junk going on. They're doing
yeah,
bots. They're fudging the numbers. That's how it rolls.
yeah. But there's actually
Eventually it
interesting
gets
ones
found.
coming up down the line, and Drake, you might be really interested in this one. Have you heard of the upcoming solidly VE33?
Oh
That's
yeah,
coming.
Aerodrome. I'm super hyped for that. That's
Oh,
probably the one that I'm looking at. But the reason why I think these are all just like a flash on the pan is Uniswap's on base. Uniswap eats everyone's lunch. Period. It just
well,
does. Like,
here's
why would
here's
you use base swap when you can use Uniswap?
this
Okay,
is
but
something.
remember they were on Arbitrum, and a lot of Arbitrum dexes did really well. Doesn't mean that they overtook Uniswap, but a lot of them did extremely well in the meantime.
I was just meaning like volume wise. Still, most of the volume on Arbitrum goes to Uniswap.
So this is something to look out for as well. This is called Hariza, and basically you can kind of look at this. I can add this to the Discord for you guys to take a look at. But this is literally the distinguishing features: concentrated liquidity by Uniswap v3, active position management, and then the custom built VE33 mechanism. So there's a lot of to unpack here, but it basically shows and does a deep dive really nicely, actually, in this article, showing the different approaches and how the features here in this will potentially play out. And it's still in the testnet phase, I believe. I think you can do you can get like a faucet and start playing around with this protocol and potentially get an airdrop down the line. I think that's probably known at this point.
This one's the Aerodrome, right? Oh,
Aerodrome is
Hariza.
Hariza.
Okay.
Yeah, take a look. Yeah, just I'll send this over to you guys to take a look at. But this is something I'm looking for. I'm actually kind of excited about this one. There's two more that I'm kind of playing outside of base swap, and I wanted to show you guys this. So actually three more. So synth swap is actually interesting as well. It's another Dex
Sith or Synth?
synth.
Synth. Okay.
Yeah, synth swap.
Huh.
They have some type of. I mean, it's actually pretty pricey, but the and here's my little.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Here's
man,
my
that's
real.
pretty intense on Synth Swap.
Yeah, yeah. I made a nice little flip with Magnate Finance. I should probably. I don't want to actually dox myself, but yeah, I made a nice little flip there. But I do think that Magnate is the going to be one of the leading lending protocols. So keep an eye on Mag. Also Boost. This is actually pretty cool. This is
Yeah, I
going
was
to be
gonna.
the perp.
That's the perp dex one. I was like,
Yeah.
I was gonna call it P boost, but I couldn't remember what it was called.
Perp Dex, yeah, it's launching soon on base. And I have to really do a deep dive on the docs, but and so far, I'm kind of digging into their Discord. It's pretty cool. I mean, you look at the 100x leverage capabilities. It being one of the first, if not the first, perpetual on here on base, I think that's going to have some big movements there. It's going to cause a lot of waves, a lot of folks, and a lot of volume. I'm anticipating this is going to be moving towards the perp boost. So
But
I'm
so is
just
everyone else.
right. Yeah,
I'm calling a buy the rumor, sell the news. Gets wrecked.
you think
Like
this is going to get wrecked once it
once it
launches?
launches, yeah, once it launches, I think it'll get wrecked. A lot of these perp dexes are just getting completely wrecked right now. I think right now, for base, well, I mean, yeah, this is speculation, so
Hmm.
which is what people are aiming for. So maybe it'll keep going up. But I think once it launches, that'll be like the oh no, this is not good because now you have like right now you have um, anticipation of like it's almost like an NFT reveal. You see what I'm saying? Like
Gotcha. Yeah.
everyone pumps the prices because they think it's going to be awesome and it's going to be better than expected. Then it drops and then it's like it never meets anyone's expectations. Period. It
Well,
never happens. But I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. Boost. What did it do? Like 1,000%, 1,500%?
it did something nice. Yeah.
Dude, it was nuts. I was like,
Yeah.
what the snap?
Yeah.
But it'll probably keep going. You can't fade these moonshot rocket chips. But I think right now, what we're going to see with a lot of the things on base chain is going to be simplicity that ends up outperforming. So things like, hey, I can buy this coin at Ape and get like 1,000% APR, and just people chasing after this junk as long as liquidity is coming in. Now, if
Hmm.
liquidity starts to dry up, it's a different story. Like right now, base chain's going up 300% every single day, TVL wise. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean the transactions are great. Base chain already made around $250,000 in terms of fees the last 24 hours. I
it's
think they
crazy.
netted. I think they netted around like 160 or 170 of that. So it's actually pretty massive just for 24 hours. I think it surpassed Arbitrum and it also surpassed Optimism as well. So
That's a narrative to buy coin. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to mention this to you guys off stream. Um, I think we should be saying, hey guys, if you guys are, we got 21 peeps watching. If you guys like this type of content, like smash the like. Like seriously. I don't know. Or if you guys want us to talk about different topics, just feel free to drop them in the chat.
Well, David asked in the chat if we can talk about 100x gems.
You missed Donut.
We're talking about dexes with like a $1 million market cap.
these
I don't know
are
how much
the
lower we can go.
ones, man. Oh man. What was the other one? Oh, that's what I want to talk about. Unless, do you guys have some other stuff on base?
I was just looking
not
at
really.
my.
I mean, it's just very, very, very bullish on all the metrics across
Oh,
the
I
board.
guess this would kind of caveat with Coinbase. Did you guys hear the news with Rocket Pool
Oh yeah,
buying
they
RPL
Oh,
or
yeah,
being purchased by Coinbase Ventures?
I heard it
Why
from
are they
you.
buying RPL?
think. I mean, every single. Actually, there's a tweet that I kind of want to show you guys. Of all of the companies and ventures, or Coinbase Ventures that had purchased, like Rocket Pool and the other companies that they purchased, they all like went off. They all
It's
went
true.
off in terms of price. So let me pull up that tweet. Give me a second. But you guys can keep talking.
All right, Tim 4, Tim 4. The next narrative I kind of want to talk about is bots again a little bit. They seem to be catching a bid. The one we talked about that I thought was really interesting was Genie Bot. I remember our last conversation, and that was one of the one that I thought was like, hey, this is really interesting because people need a Telegram bot. There's actually another one. It's called PAAL. It's actually a higher market cap than Genie Bot. It's like a 20 mil market cap. These are tax tokens. But I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think they still have some legs, Patrick, or you think the bot narrative is kind of like dwindling down? There also is another one I want to talk about too. It's called Bag.
I don't think it's dwindling. I mean, personally, my bet is on the leader at this point, which is Unibot. I think has established itself as the pretty clear leader. And the chart looks just incredible right now.
How's it look? I'll pull it up right now.
Yeah, it just looks, in my opinion, again, as someone who is biased because I hold it, I think the chart looks pretty incredible. And it really fits in with this thing we were talking about with friend tech as well, which is this trend of making on-chain transactions easier. I think Telegram's a good platform because almost everyone in crypto already has a Telegram and uses it for crypto stuff. But really what it comes down to is providing a simplified front end for on-chain activity.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. With Unibot, I do believe there is a narrative behind this with a better UI UX. The only thing that I have a concern with is like other competition or competitors arising and stealing some of the market share. Kind of what we saw with GMX. Like if you look at GMX right now, I mean, then again, all perp dexes are getting wrecked. This thing's like getting wrecked. Like, I mean, I really didn't expect to see GMX around $44 again, but hey, it's getting uber wrecked. It's mainly because degens are filtering into other narratives. But speaking of UI UX, one of them that potentially, well, not Ruin. I meant to do Thor. This one has a pretty like I like the UI UX of Thor Swap in itself. I don't know why it did this, but this thing literally went up. You guys seeing this?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, they launched something. It was with
Thor Lin, but what does that have to do with Thor?
No, they launched something with, I think, was it with streaming swaps that just went live and is generating a lot of volume.
Couple weeks.
Let's see. No, I was reading something about exactly what happened.
I mean, I was just.
I thought I heard something with an airdrop with Thor.
Oh, they give an airdrop to anyone who actually like used their project and messed around with it. This was like, I don't know, a month ago. Anyone who made a swap, they got an airdrop, and it's like $500 now. Maybe they're dumping it now after.
So the volume is way up for one thing. So they were a top 10 DEX.
Let me go to Thor Swap Finance.
They were by volume, they were a top 10 DEX. Actually, they were ahead of Trader Joe yesterday. Crazy enough.
Yeah, and most of the fees actually go to the Thor stakers, and they're actually burning the tokens like nuts and ham. They actually have like a little burn ticker down here. So
yeah, so Thor Swap came out with an announcement yesterday saying that Thor Swap's second anniversary airdrop is live. There's like $250,000 to be shared. So for the 700 eligible wallets who haven't claimed this 2K Thor airdrop, 2 days left.
Yeah, that was from 2 months ago or a month ago. So basically, this airdrop right here. Can you guys see this? Yeah, I think you can. Mm-hmm. All you had to do is simply just make a swap. That's all you had to do. You literally just had to make one swap on there, and there was probably like 900 people. I missed it like by 2 days. I saw it in Discord. I was like, oh, I gotta go. Oh, it's over. Whatever. But yeah, no, like I think Thorchain and Thor Swap, you guys know I'm a little bit biased about them. I think they'll do something in the future. But as always, we'll see. But going back to the bot narrative, kind of went off topic. See if I can go back. Genie bot. This was the other bot I was talking about. PAAL. This is similar to Genie bot. Man, this thing's doing well. This thing's pumped. Like what the snap. But basically, PAL, they have a couple of partnerships that they're actually working with different Telegram groups. I'm not following this closely at all, but basically, I've interacted with the bot and played around with it a bit. It's okay, but maybe it'll get smarter over time. But basically, like whenever you go into a Telegram group or a Discord group and you have a question and you ask and nobody responds, you get not frustrated, but it's like our attention span is at 0 right now. You need an immediate response. This is kind of like the AI bot that you use. So you just do like a slash, like the command sign, or I can't even show it on screen, but you make the slash mark or /, and then you type in PAL and then whatever your question is, and he responds to you. So it's pretty cool. And then you also have another one that Kaduna, this guy was showing it to me this morning. I know he's been chilling at this period. It's called Bag. It's a raid bot. This is an interesting concept. I haven't looked into it at all, but he actually makes a interesting thesis right here. But basically, it's a raid bot. So for all these like meme coins, this I would see this as a bull market coin. But again, you run into the issue of like other competitors coming up and charging $1 a raid or something dumb. But basically, this is kind of like the narrative of, hey, people are going to want raids. This is the revenue. People who have the bag tokens are going to earn revenue from it. I don't know. We'll see what happens with it, but those are just some other narratives out there. And then I think there's
Oh,
well, that's not a bot.
there's another narrative that I kind of want to touch upon, but just finish and I'll move on to that one.
Yeah, that was really the other bot I wanted to talk about, Patrick. Unless you have any bots, you're the bot guy, man. You got me into this.
I got you into it, and now you're in way deeper than I am.
Oh, jeez.
No. I mean, I think that's pretty pretty solid. I mean, what I'm really watching for is for the bot to expand beyond. I mean, they have expanded beyond Telegram, but they're still mostly on Telegram. I'm really looking for it to blossom into a full narrative of
Discord,
but I was going to say front end for on-chain activity. I mean, you have Unibot X coming out now, which will be web-based. So yeah, that's really what I'm looking for.
Actually, that's a pretty good question from JW about Coinbase getting those fees. I feel like they do because they're running the sequencer right now, but I don't know how that looks upon like SEC and regulators. Is that like a gray area?
Well, I'm kind of thinking that since it's a chain, I think it goes back to the devs and people who are running the show. That's
Well,
just
it
my
goes.
take
It
on
definitely goes to the sequencer.
Mhm.
So like Optimism, all those transactions, and same thing on Arbitrum. That goes to the owners and the people running the sequencer, which right now it's centralized. It's run by the foundations, so they're getting all that revenue. Actually, this is a great flywheel that I found. Where did I put it? I'll have to find it on one of my tweets. But let me go here, tweets. While I'm looking for that, you guys can chat. But there's a flywheel for Optimism. It just kind of explains. Here it is. This is what it looks like. You have demand for block space, people on Optimism. The sequencer generates the revenue, which is the owner of this dude. And this is distributed to different project owners or protocol runners, people, you know what I'm talking about, making the games on chain. This is given as grants. So retro, it's not proactive, it's whatever, PGF rewards. And this is the protocols distributing this to other users if they want to, or the builders just holding it in their pocket and just paying for their time to create the games that we like to play. And then it goes back to demand for block space and so on. So you have this flywheel that's created. But what was it? Back to, this was the second question. I don't really know about the highest reward pool on any solidly forks. I know Velodrome is doing pretty well. Velodrome rewards are really spicy right now. Last epoch, they had over $1 million. Let me see if I can pull up their Twitter just to show you guys. But you guys on Velodrome any, or are you guys just botting?
I'm just mainly focusing on base.
Base, yeah, base is good. Yeah, here it is. I'll share this screen so you guys can see this. Yeah, so basically they had $1 million, over $1.1 million in rewards. So this isn't just bribes. This is also in fees as well as incentives. So you can see here, this is like a snapshot of what they are doing over time. These are the different epochs. So how the solidly VE33 forks work is every epoch is 1 week. So this is week 7, week 14, and you can kind of see the growth that over time, for the most part, incentives were basically just subsidizing this whole thing. But you see this white part? This is the fees on the DEX. This is starting to climb up, which is interesting to see. Like right here, we're starting to see fees finally mature and start to take the most part of the incentives. Now, for me at least, when I look at these 3-3 DEXs, I see them as bull market coins. So we have yet to see a bull market with one of them. They're highly inflationary right now. So it's like, are people going to be swapping? Are people going to be trading? These are bull market coins. So when a bull market comes around, everyone's buying stuff and paying fees. Like everyone's happy to pay a 1% fee or a swap fee because they're like, hey, I'm just going to sell this next week for a 2x. I'm fine paying that fee. That's kind of like what these dexes are banking on. I would love to see this in a bull market to see what it does. I mean, the TVL has just been killing it. Right now, it's been stagnating, and that's mainly because, I mean, when I say stagnating, it's stagnating around 225 mil, which is like, what is that? 20% of optimism or 25%? Something like that. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what these guys do in a bull market. These forks have been, or this Velodrome fork has actually been holding up well, and it rewards a lot of users with some airdrops on other chains. But just thought.
You talk about Gamblefy.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was going to talk about Rollbit. You guys playing with Rollbit?
Yeah. Let me take this this shot here. Share my screen about this one tweet.
Yeah, Patrick. Also, if you got anything to share, feel free to.
So obviously, just going to the Rollbit coin price chart, right? This is from CoinGecko. Up only, right? Past 90 days, past 180 days. It's insane. Yeah. So here's a massive tweet you kind of want to take a look at. From today onwards, they're going to have this buy and burn mechanism. So from today onwards, this is from the August 8th. Revenue from the casino is 10%. Sportsbook is 20%, and then 1000x futures, 30% of that will be used to buy and burn Rollbit on a daily basis. Okay, this is taken from a snapshot from the 8th. Look how much the 24-hour volume is. They're making almost basically like $1 million per day.
That's crazy.
That's casino revenue. That's just casino. Like, and then you just add all these up, and then you can see right here. Here's the Rollbit supply. You can see this live.
So if they're making $1 million a day,
just for the casino revenue.
Is that revenue or is that gross?
It says revenue.
Okay, like, so that if they're technically making $1 million a day and they stay at that, what's the market cap? Like $500,000? 400 or 629. So basically, the price to earnings right now is like a 2 if they hold that. So basically, in 2 years, they're going to be having the same earnings that they would matching their market cap. Does that make sense? Because 365 days, $1 million a day, 365 times 2.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But dude, that's nuts. Like regular companies on the stock market on average are like 15 to 20 on a PE.
I mean, think about it too. Like we're in like a sideways action type of thing. Everyone's completely bored out of their minds because it's hard to trade this chop. It's just going to go up and down within this range for quite some time until some news comes and breaks out. And then the next news everyone's waiting for at this point is the SEC pushing the ETFs and the spot ETFs.
One thing I want to caution people on, I like Rollbit. I like Gamblefy in general. Usually crypto coins have lower PEs than their equity equivalent for good reason.
Yeah.
If you look at the last bull market, I remember late 2021, early 2022, every single DEX was trading at a PE of like 1, 2, 3, really low things. Not every okay.
Oh yeah.
Go back and find them. And not everyone, but a lot of DEXs were trading at stupid low PEs, and it was for good reason because everyone accurately predicted that those fees were not gonna. You couldn't extrapolate them out to a year. They were only temporary.
Yeah. Disclaimer: like I don't hold Rollbit, and I have no intention to hold Rollbit. I was just making an analysis and just looking at it like that is crazy. Then obviously you have to expect that will continue to earn $1 million. Like it's not
if they can continue to earn that. I mean, that's
if they can continue to get that, then that's a different story. But in my opinion, what's going on is you're just having whales leaving all these different perp dexes, and now they're going into the Gamblefy narrative. Because in theory, that's actually what it was. Just look at GMX. There's no new liquidity coming into crypto. Period. Nothing new. It's just coming from other coins. I think, and what I'm looking at is it's people just leaving GMX and all these other perptexes going into the Gamblify, because that's what it was originally. I don't know. That's just my thought, at least.
Just doing some quick math here, guys. As you guys were talking, so if you add all these three categories up, right, it's almost 600 million. If these numbers continue the way it is, if you use as a fixed constant, 600 million in a year for Rollbit. And just also, there's another thing too that I wanted to say that I did hear from a little birdie. Right, I can't name my sources, but a little birdie told me that the insiders were sort of, I don't know how they would do this, but they would sort of like suppress the price of Rollbit, and they're accumulating as much as possible. And these are insiders before this launch up. So this was 3 days ago, and we're sitting at 10 cents. At this point, Rollbit is around, I think it's at
Well,
19
doesn't it do
cents.
like a buyback every 3 hours or 2 hours or something like that?
I think that the buyback is.
It's like an automated bot. They just buy and burn this junk.
Yeah, there's a lot of money sloshing around here. But anyways, there's a lot of money here, and I think that if Gamblify just goes off, something like this is kind of keep an eye on this, guys. Rollbit. This is at 20 cents almost.
All right, well,
19,
I'm
19 and a
fading
half.
Rollbit. What are some other other ones that aren't like a 600 mil market cap?
WINR. I think that's on Arbitrum. I
Yeah, I
think
heard
I
about
think
that.
there was some I think there was some rumblings that they were making a layer 3, which is just, I didn't take a look at it, but I did hear somebody was
A
talking about
layer
it.
3.
Yeah, it's kind of
Okay.
ridiculous. I don't know, but
Is this
just
built on like, I don't know, on top of base chain or something, just to fill one of the hype voids?
I don't know. But Gamblify, in terms of like the pot, I guess like the most like the high traction Gamblify at this moment in time, it's Rollbit. So that's probably the BTC of all crypto, right? Rollbit's going to be the leading that charge.
What are you looking at, Patrick?
For Gamblify,
Yeah.
I don't own anything right now. There was one I was looking at, a Winner, like WINR, but then it took off while I was still looking at it. So I haven't accumulated any. Maybe it's still relatively small, so maybe I should. But I really like them as having a working product. Again, it took off before I was able to buy any.
Wait,
I think Miles. Yeah, here's Miles' tweet. He shared this when we were on the space yesterday. I'll show it with you guys. These are the ones that he was just sharing. You got Rollbit, you got Winner, Dream Machine, Blockchain Bets. I don't even know, Kakakon, Bet Swirl, Thales. Oh, you probably can't see that. How about now? Arcadium.
Yeah, I can see it.
So like a bunch of random ones.
Yeah, the other thing I want to say with Winner, my problem is the FTV versus the market cap.
Oh, geez, wow.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. Doesn't mean, I mean, clearly it can pump because it did, right? I should have just aped in, but I didn't. Yeah, so I don't have anything right
I hate
now.
this
I mean,
word.
again, for narratives that I don't soon, right? When is soon? For narratives that I don't really follow that closely. By closely, I mean like getting really into the weeds. Usually, I just go with the leader.
Yeah, it looks like Rollbit is going to be like your Bitcoin. Winner is going to be like your Ethereum, maybe. If it outperforms, great. If the Bitcoin does bad, it's going to way underperform. I'm just talking about current market cap wise. I don't know much about these. I've heard of BetSwirl and I've heard of Thales. I also heard of Arcadium. This was like a long time ago. I didn't know these guys were still kicking back. I thought they were a flash in the pan. But I remember Thales. They've been around for a long time. That's a pari-mutuel market. So basically, how it works is it caps your upside as well as your downside. I guess it wouldn't. I guess that would be a bad way to say it. But basically, how a pari-mutuel market works is like it'll go up to $1 or it'll go to 0. So you buy a share, and let's say you buy it at 50 cents. If you win, it'll be at $1, and you make a 2x. If it goes to 0, you lose. Have you guys messed with pari-mutuel markets any? It's kind of like they had a famous one on Polygon. It was Polymarket. Basically, it's like it's a way to figure out what the community thinks of something. Like, is Trump going to win the election?
It's like it's a prediction market.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, and that's basically what pari-mutuel markets are. You guys see Akash any? It finally got over $1. Let me see if I could show this to you guys.
Akash?
Yeah, dude. I didn't.
What?
Akash, it took forever, man, but it finally did it. Yesterday it went to like $1 something. I'm bullish on Akash long term. I look at it like a AI narrative play, as well as a decentralized what is that called? Not rendering, decentralized cloud service. So I just think it's a pretty
Yeah, well, they're launching their GPU, GPU rental thing. That's basically like Airbnb for GPUs.
GPU, and they're going to have native USDC settlement pretty soon. So that'll be pretty interesting. They're probably going to have their own layer 2 or something crazy.
I think they're their own Cosmos chain right now, aren't they?
Yeah. It was just a joke. It was like,
oh, got it. Yeah,
on top of base or something.
Yeah, Akash is one that I've talked to their I think their COO before. I really like Akash. I've been following it forever. It's one of those ones I just never. I think I maybe owned some in 2021, but I've never really bought it, even though I've bought into the idea of it.
Yeah, Akash, I like Greg Azira. He knows what he's doing, and he's keeping his pulse on the market, and at least like the AI market. He's quick to. He's not quick to pivot. I think that would be a bad word. He's quick to be on top of the trends and the narratives. Like he knows what he's doing. Kind of like he knows how to pump a coin. is what I'm saying. Like if you saw what it did last bull market, you can't actually see it. Let me show you guys. It massively outperformed. I remember watching some of his streamcasts and podcast things he would do, and like there was a lot of Kool-Aid to be drunk there, and he was good at it, man. But again, he's actually building something. He's actually doing something that will actually it's not just like vaporware. He's actually producing products, and like the GPU thing is really interesting, where someone can basically just get one of these GPUs and just launch it up.
Yeah, it's solving a problem that extends outside of crypto, which is pretty rare, right? 90% of crypto apps solve problems that only matter to people who trade crypto.
Valid point.
Can we simply address really quick the stables, the market caps? Have you guys seen this? USDT versus USDC?
Got a screen share?
Yeah, it's up only for USDT, right?
Yeah, I think I heard not Ben Cowan. There was one guy talking about it. I think I saw a tweet. Yeah, I think it was Ben Cowan. It was like every time USDT does like a certain thing, it's not good. Like Bitcoin just giga nukes.
Yeah, this is what I don't understand. Oh, look out, guys. We're depegging.
Are we really?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, I was like 99 cents. It's not bad.
So looking at the market cap really quick for Tether, we're sitting around 83, 84 billion. Getting mixed up here. Actually, this is probably better to look at. We can see this this little divergence here. At least starting from March. And USDC in March was around 43 billion. And here we are, almost at 25, 26 billion for USDC. I wonder what's going on. I mean, are people just more so trusting Tether than they are with is it potentially being affiliated with
Okay,
Circle?
so I heard some FUD about, or I don't know, maybe it is true. I heard that I think it's Binance and Huobi, they're unable to cash in USDT to get these stables. So what they're having to do is take their USDT that they bought, swap it for USDC on the curve pool, take this USDC and go over to Circle and say, hey, can I get some cash? And then they get the cash. And then some people are saying they're either using that for where they need it, or they're simply just buying more USDT and just continuing this cycle. I don't really know. Like I'm not following it closely, but this is just like some random rumors that I heard on Twitter, and I saw some random tweets talking or people talking about it. And I want to show you guys this chart so you guys can see. Well, Actually, I'll let you finish with yours.
No,
Aaron.
no, I was just saying that I'm kind of confused on why. I'm seeing if you guys knew, and I think you might have
Well, I
answered
mean,
that.
a lot of it started after USDC depegged, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
That
let me show you guys
that's like a pretty clear
this.
catalyst, I think. Like almost like
This
probably to the day that's when it started.
Yeah.
this was on Ben's stream. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is it's kind of fuzzy. I tried to blow it up as good as I can. But the orange or this yellow is the Bitcoin price. And this black that you can see here is the USDT balance. Every time we have a spike in the USDT balance, maybe it's just because it's USDC being rotated into it or being washed, I don't know. We always see a dump in Bitcoin. So here's an example here. Spike, dump, spike, dump. Same thing. Let's see. Spike a little bit, not really. A dump on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in the orange. So here's another example. USDT balance again, spike, Bitcoin dump, then it dumps, USDT balance dumps, and then Bitcoin rises. So maybe we are already seeing that slow decline. Maybe we're at peak bottoms or at the lowest points. I don't know how you have a peak bottom, but
So I'd be interested. I mean, I know Ben's super smart, so he probably looked at this, but I mean, looking at this chart, it's not obvious to me that the change in tether precedes the BTC dump or spike rather than happening concurrently from people swapping one to the other.
yeah. You also have this too. It's really fuzzy. I'm trying to. I don't know. I can't make it any better. But you can see performance wise, Bitcoin usually does pretty well in July, and in August it typically is negative. Well, actually, it's kind of mixed results, but predominantly just going based on percentages. If you take out the crazy year we had in 2017, which is kind of one of the bull market years. Well, actually, right after, but or happening right after the halving. So that's bull market. If you take this number out, it's predominantly negative. So last year is down 13%. I think that was no, actually it was green, 13% 2021, but it was down or green 2%. Then it was down -4, down -9, down -7, down -18, down -17, and then of course in September, every single month except maybe two of them were negative. So -3, -7, -7, -13, -5, -7. Like I don't know. Like typically August and September are not as gravy months as something like you would have in October. You can see all this green and
FYI, that this tells me that I'm gonna I'm gonna unload in September.
unload in September. Yeah.
Unload my
Or
my
like the
cash.
classic sell in May and go away. I still remember that, man. Sell in May and go away. I was thinking about it. It was 2021 or something. I was sitting on some jewel bags and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna hold it.
Ouch.
That was bad. That was bad. But we're rounding up on the hour. Gentlemen, you guys got anything else?
No, if you wanted to say who's going to be on next week, I think that's pretty exciting. Pat, did you have anything?
No, I mean, we covered Base, we covered Gamblefy, we covered bots, we covered Friend Tech, pretty much all the narratives plus some.
Got some
All
other
right.
bonuses. What was it? Next week on Wednesday, I'll pop out like a stream so you guys got the time. We're gonna have a dude named Chill. He's basically he's pretty chill. He's a degen on Twitter. He's actually pretty up to date on some of these narratives. He's actually currently covering the bot narrative in Gamify. He's actually made some pretty good calls. And then on Friday, we're going to have Virtual Bacon. Some of you guys may have seen him on YouTube. But he has a pretty big following on YouTube and he's made some really good calls. So we're going to have those guests on. I'm actually excited for it. So I don't know if you guys are, but if you guys are going to be there, I'll be there next week. As always, guys, wisdom one-liner time, right?
Hit him.
Proverbs chapter 12 verses. What should we do? Go ahead. Hit me with a number. It's got to be 1 through 28.
28.
28. In the way of a righteous, there is life. along the path is immortality. Amen.
That's right.
Be good, be righteous. Peace, guys.